The Score starts right now.
Welcome into this week's edition of The Score. We have a lot to get to on the show. We'll talk some spring sports in both Illinois and Iowa. But we have an honored guest first off. That would be a name a lot of people in the Quad Cities sports scene know. Aaron Kampman, former Iowa Hawkeye, Green Bay Packer. Thanks for joining us here.
Yeah, you bet.
We're at the Stony Creek Inn in Moline for a big event that you're a part of tonight, or a part of the FCA fundraiser.
Yeah, I know Dan, the guy who's in charge of running this area's FCA, and he invited me to come and speak, and so great opportunity for me to come and share with some folks. I got a chance to see a little bit about the event last year. It looks like it's a great event, and hopefully we'll keep that going tonight.
What kinds of things do you hope to kind of spread here tonight by joining?
Well, you know, tonight's the theme of a Night of Champions, and so, you know, I'll share a little bit about what it means to be a champion and some of my unique and interesting perspectives from being an NFL player and how that relates to being a champion.
And you played 10 years of NFL football. Now you're officially retired?
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah. No more football for me.
Well, what's it mean for you to be able to come out and support events like this now that your playing days are done on the field?
Yeah, it's great. I really love having an opportunity. Now that I'm done playing, I actually get a little bit more time to have some more freedom to do events like this. You know, when you're playing, it's very structured, and you know you don't have a lot of free time. So it's been great. I've been done now it'll be 2 years this June, and you know, I've had a chance to do some more speaking and you know, events like this and others, and I've enjoyed it.
And we saw you in Davenport this summer for the Legends of Iowa football camp. Doing that, now you're here. Is this something that you like to be able to kind of get involved with and you know, show people that you're still involved?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think you know, the reality is I played a very you know, I had a public profession. And so, you know, people still at some point in time still recognize me, although I am getting more gray, so I mean, maybe not so much anymore, but so yeah, it's still a nice opportunity to get out in the community and help where I can and you know, help some people with their causes.
And former Iowa Hawkeye, is it nice to still be able to be around the area and see and you know, show people that you're still involved in? That a lot of people that you know, were watching you when you were playing in the black and gold.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the Hawks are such a great program. I loved my time there. I mean, it's one of the reasons my wife and I and our family decided to move back to the area. We live right outside Iowa City on an acreage, and love being able to go in and you know, still touch base with some of the coaches every once in a while, and it's nice to be around the program, and yeah, it's a great place. Iowa City is a great place.
And you mentioned the coaches. Unfortunately, they lost one of the longtime ones, Norm Parker, this year. You played under him. What are some of your best memories about being with Norm?
You know, Norm Parker is a one-of-a-kind individual. You know, he's a guy that just has tremendous insight into the game of football, but also the game of life. And he was so funny. And he had, I think one of the greatest things about Norm is his ability to relate to a kid from Broward-Day County down in Miami and a corn-fed kid from Iowa. You know, and he could do that with both. And he just had a special knack for that, obviously, you know, coaching for 50 years. So he'll be sorely, you know, missed, you know, but great memories of a great man.
And Iowa seemed to kind of get back on track last year after a rough year the year before. Is that nice for you to be able to see the team that you played for really kind of get back to the way that they want to be doing things? Yeah,
you know, it's funny. You know, 4-8, I would have taken that when we first started. You know, when Coach Ferentz came in, we were 1-10, and we kind of climbed, and then you know, things have gotten better, and so you know, but any team coached by Coach Ferentz and those guys, that staff, is going to have a great opportunity just because of the type of men they are, and you know, there's something to be said about that program, and in the end, obviously, you know, people want wins or losses, but there is something to be said about the type of men that are coming out of that organization.
And there's been a lot that have gone from Iowa City to the NFL. And just looking around the defensive side, along with yourself, Bob Sanders, Jonathan Babineau, Chad Greenway, Pat Angrer, obviously from the Quad Cities. A lot of guys, and a few in Green Bay right now. Mike Daniels, Micah Hyde. Is that fun for you to be able to kind of see the guys that are kind of following in your footsteps as well?
Yeah, it is. You know, especially when they went up to Green Bay. I don't know Micah as well. I know Mike a little bit, and I've been able to talk with him, work with him a little bit. Really excited for his opportunity. He kind of came into his own a little bit last year, and it'll be interesting to see how he continues. You know, it's a fun time of his career. But you know, the neat thing that's happening in the NFL with Iowa Hawkeyes is that we've got kind of a perception, if you will, and it's a good perception. You know, GMs want to have Iowa guys on their teams because they'll be hardworking, they'll do the work, they'll stay out of trouble, and they'll provide good leadership. And hopefully the guys that are continuing to come through the program will continue to uphold that standard.
And you kind of mentioned a lot of really good things that come from Iowa Hawkeyes to the NFL. Do you think that's what makes them so attractive and just good people, good strong workers that have come out of the Hawkeye system, ready to play in the NFL?
You know, with this year there was the most underclassmen that ever declared for the NFL draft. You know, and so things keep getting younger and younger. And there's GMs right now that are worried about the character of the young men that they're going to draft. And you know. I think that's a definite plus for some of our Iowa guys that are coming out because, like I said, in the end, you know, people want wins and losses, but there is something to be said always for how those young men are being instilled with values and work ethic at the Hawkeye program.
And the Packers, the defense, kind of let them down a little bit the last few years. Do you think that that's a team that can get turned around, though, with the team that they have, and Aaron Rodgers and the rest of that team can really kind of get the ball moving again? Yeah,
I think, you know, in the end, the NFL is becoming more and more a quarterback league, as much as I hate to say it. I like defense, but, you know, when you've got a guy like Aaron Rodgers, you know, you're going to have a chance to win and win a lot. And obviously they've got some good guys on defense. You know, they added some free agents, which was, you know, quite surprising, to be honest with you. You know, that's not usually Ted Thompson's MO, but going out getting a guy like Julius Peppers and things like that. You know, I'm sure they're going to be better, and Dom Capers and that staff they'll have things going.
All right, well, we look forward to seeing what you have here to say at the FCA fundraiser, and we appreciate you taking the time here and spending it with us here.
You bet, thank you.
All right.